America 3017. The ultra-conservative Manifest Party controls the government. And the government controls everything. Nevertheless, we persist. We resist. We step out of line and we unfollow.
Hello and welcome to Unfollow the Revolution, the only podcast dedicated to giving you all the news on the front line. I'm your host, Jack, and I'm accompanied by my co-host, UX8.
Hi, yeah, how you doing?
And our temporary returning guest, Tag Johnson.
Yeah, it's Tag Johnson. Less a guest, more a illegally detained prisoner. Just want to bring that back up.
And if he's gonna say a word, I actually like to too. I want to try something new this week.
Okay.
We last week was about freedom.
Right.
I chose to sort of step out of Nicolas Cage's legacy,
okay,
if you will, and start my own. So I've even come up with a backstory based on some of what Tag told me last week. He mentioned that we were criminals, and I don't really see myself as a criminal, but I am a dangerous weapon. And so I think that really can form the backbone of my story.
Okay.
But if you could, this week, I mean, if you guys could call me, I've worked on this, Cameron Poe, and 813121. Cameron Poe, 813121.
Cameron Poe, 813121.
Yep. Completely original name that I want to try out this week to kind of get out of that legacy.
Would you say that your hands are deadly weapons?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so even if someone were to fight you and you killed them in self-defense, you would still have to be tried as, like, murder, right?
Well, I don't know if that's really the law of the land.
Okay.
But...
Oh, yeah, if you fight and kill someone in self-defense, it really depends on a number of factors, mostly just the cop's discretion who arrests you.
Or what if I self-defend myself and kill the cops?
That is definitely not good.
That's some shaky territory.
It's not even a gray area. You're just solidly in the wrong.
But you know what? I'm behind it. Cameron Poe. I say
813121.
Cameron Poe 813121.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna call you just Cam for short, if that's okay. All right, Cameron Poe 813121. That's fine.
Thank you.
That's fine. We're gonna support this as you find yourself and as you transition into your true self.
Thank you.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
But we're bearing the lead here. We also have a very special guest this episode. UX, would you like to introduce? Cameron Poe 813121. This is gonna take some getting used to.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Well, yeah, we have a new guest this week. I'd like to introduce Clarke Brown.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Clarke, tell us about yourself. What brings you in today?
As you said, my name is Clarke Brown. You can call me Clarke if you prefer, but if we're friends, I prefer that you refer to me as Clarke Brown. It's spelled with an E on the Clarke and an E on the Brown. But it is not pronounced Clarky Brownie. You call me that and I'll take your face.
All right, well, for right now, I guess we'll just start off with Clarke, and we'll see if we can move our way up. Does that sound cool?
I'll accept it.
All right. Well, we're gonna get into a little bit more detail about our friend Clarke over here. He's had a very interesting life, and I'm sure he's got some very interesting things to say. But first, we're gonna get on to some breaking news this week, which, if we're being honest, really hasn't been too much going on. No real reports of raids or, explosions of facilities or anything like that.
Country is running smooth as ever.
Well, if the government knows anything, they're not saying anything. But doesn't mean there isn't news to talk about. I'm sure you guys all know, but earlier this week, there was the season finale of America's Next Top President. And we do have our new president. So, everyone, let's give a congratulatory round of applause for President Chaz.
No.
I am applauding. My hands are bound behind me, but in my heart, welcome President Chaz.
I just like clapping.
There you go. All right.
I don't know how he won. He's a literal puppet.
Well, yes, but all the other contenders in there, I don't think were in there for the right reasons, honestly. I think they were just there to start drama.
Haley Bro Osment was in for the right reason.
I don't know about that. Look, Haley Bro Osmond was just a snake from the very beginning.
He was the fan favorite.
The fan favorite never wins. It's always the dark horse from behind.
Yeah.
That's where the drama comes from.
Keeps it interesting that way. Keeps the sponsors on board.
Yeah.
Exactly. But, all right.
We've never had a literal puppet as a president. I'm willing to give this a shot. I'm looking forward to it, you know? You can't corrupt a puppet, right? He doesn't need money. He doesn't not going to take a bribe.
I'm actually in agreement with Tag for once. I may not like the manifest, I may not, do anything with that, but I will respect the office, and I hope, by gum, I hope he does something good with it.
Not my puppet president.
Well, compared to other past presidents, President Mark was a real down call. So I think that Chaz is going to do a lot better than Mark. What was your least favorite president we've
Short
had?
Todd.
Short Todd?
I did not like Short Todd at all.
What was your main beef with Short Todd?
He was short.
That is fair.
Yeah, I couldn't trust him.
And yet somehow he won the dunk challenge. Do you remember that?
Guy could jump. Guy can jump. Still short.
8-foot vertical leap.
Still looks weird. Just on a podium.
That's true.
Yeah.
What about you, Clark?
President Clafty killed my family.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Man.
It was either him or a pack of rabid owls. But considering he may have been a pack of rabid owls in a suit.
That is true. We never really got an answer on that.
The whole... we have never had a president that was a pack of rabid owls. That's just completely false.
That's the mainstream media lying to you.
I like this guy. Thank you, Clark.
I like this guy too.
Indeed. See, this is some guy who is not afraid to ask the hard questions and, to say what everyone's thinking. All right? Some of our presidents have been packs of owls.
Literally no one thinks that. Right? Maybe, I think we found the one person.
I'm someone.
I think we have
saying
found...
I'm not someone, cuff boy.
All it takes is one person.
He's winning me over, too. The evidence he's provided.
There's no evidence he's provided!
You keep spilling out all of them manifest lies out of your beautiful soft mouth.
Well, to bring things back to topic, as we all know, the president, upon winning, will get a year-long recording contract with a major studio, and will also get the ability to enact one act of legislation, no questions asked. Do we have any guesses on what he might be enacting?
I would say culling all the owls.
I think he's probably going to push for giving puppets the right to vote, because I think for too long in this country, we have been neglecting puppets and not just treating them like second-class citizens.
Well, the question is he going to be a president for puppet Americans, or is he going to be a president for all Americans? I feel like he's going to be beholden to the puppet lobby.
You know who's never had a president? Nicolas Cage's. We don't have the right to vote still, and there are probably more of us than any of you.
Is that a threat?
I would say it's more just like a statement, just an objective statement, but he does have a point. The Nicolas Cage Americans are underrepresented in the government.
Well, now hold on. The Nicolas Cages were, and no offense, Cameron Poe, Cameron Poe 813121.
It's really not that hard.
It's kind of a
No,
mouthful.
it really
a lot
is.
easier than it was.
Is
it not easier?
It's harder.
Yeah.
And it's probably...
These are the kind of names you people have. I was trying to
Whoa! Hold on.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend anyone.
If the Nick Cages of America want to get respect, they first have to give respect.
Yeah.
I do not represent my people. I think we all talked about how failed I am as a clone the last time. Okay, so please don't do anything.
You're sort of an ambassador for your people.
I say we all just kind of step back for a minute. We're going to take a cleansing breath. We're just going to forget about the hate speech that we just heard, and we're going to move past it, okay? All right. New day, new step. All right? I, for one, think he's going to enact legislation so that any institution will have high walls so that he can just walk over them and no one's going to notice anything. I think that's what he's going to go for.
Really? So, I mean, that's still... that wouldn't just help him, that would help all puppets.
Well, I mean, I think that's a rather magnanimous use of legislation.
Well, but then again, he's just using his power to benefit his people. I feel like, is he going to be a voice for Americans with legs? We don't know yet.
That's fair. That's fair. But think of it this way. This is a bonus. I don't like pants. So now I can go into places of business. Maybe not wear pants. No one notices what's going on, because now there's a picket fence just in the middle of the place.
I haven't worn pants in 20 years.
I've noticed.
You just gotta go with it. People will learn to accept the new reality, and that new reality is me without pants.
So Jack, you're just imagining in the middle of every building, there's just going to be about a waist-high wall, maybe a little higher.
Generally, yeah. Yeah.
I think accessibility for puppets is a worthy goal.
I'm all for puppet rights. So if that's something they need, sure. More walls equals a better America. That's what I've always said.
So there you go. President Chaz, literal puppet of the manifest. We wish you all the best of luck. And if you screw up, like the wrath of 1,000 burning angels, I will come for you.
A puppet is harder to assassinate, but it can be done, believe me.
I'm sorry. Are you guys threatening the president? Because I am on board. Haley Bro Osment.
No, we're absolutely not threatening the president. That's
look,
not what.
I understand. I once had a favorite that didn't go through. Give it 3 more seasons. They're going to do their America's Next Top President All-Stars. You might have another chance. They might do America's Next Top President in Paradise. You could have a chance at redemption.
I don't understand how that wasn't a threat to the president. You just said you would come.
No, that was a conditional statement.
I was saying somebody could assassinate the president. It
Yeah.
could be, but it
It's
could be
just
done.
like when you
right?
said they're more Nicolas Cages than all of us.
Yeah.
It's not a threat. It's just a statement of fact,
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I see.
right?
I still think that you framed it as a threat.
I'm feeling a lot of hostility, Jack.
I mean, look. All right, we've put it past us, if we remember, right, Clark?
Yes.
All right. Well,
Can we have him put some pants on?
you
or
know,
at least sit down?
Don't you oppress me.
yeah, we're trying to deal with your situation, Cameron Poe 813121. So let's all try and deal with Clark's situation of no pants.
Okay.
In fact, I'm gonna make him more comfortable.
Oh God.
Look, hey, I'm taking mine off.
Okay.
If anyone else wants to get in on this, this is about connecting with each other,
Yes,
right? That's what this is about.
Exactly. We are forming a bond, and we are fighting the tyranny of leg coverings.
Indeed. Now, fighting tyranny, that's something that I was really excited when I learned about you, because I figured we have a lot of stuff in common. So Clark, you've been fighting tyranny your whole life. Is that correct?
Most of my life, I was a member of the Manifest for a little while.
Welcome home, brother.
I was a lieutenant secret finder, and then I realized it wasn't for me because they expected when they told you to do things that you had to do them, and so that wasn't for me.
A lieutenant seeker finder? Can you tell
Secret
us?
finder.
Oh,
You find
secret finder.
secrets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
secrets
sanitize art. Secret finders find secrets.
Yeah, people have secrets inside of them, and sometimes you have to tunnel in to find those secrets.
So you carve the people up? How do you get inside of people?
Different strokes for different folks.
Okay. How did you do it, Clark?
Spoons mostly.
Oh, wow.
God.
I imagine you can get a lot of leverage with a spoon, really get in there deep.
The key is a long handle.
Ooh. I know that this is a dark part of your life, back when you worked for the man. But what kind of secret? What was your juiciest secret that you found once? Just to show what kind of depraved stuff the Manifest was having you look for,
President Walterson is apparently a ghost.
A ghost.
A ghost.
The whole time?
The whole time. He died and then decided to enter politics as a shade.
Are you sure about that? I mean, there was a dodgeball portion of that season. He got hit a lot. Was that ghost able of doing that?
That was post-production, my friend, post-production.
We can do a lot with post-production.
Right.
There's a small hole in your theory. Tiny one. Ghosts aren't real. Just,
Says you and your limited experience. I've been out in the blue wastes. I know what I seen.
And we know what the Blue Waste have seen.
Was your time in the waste, was that before or after you worked for them?
It was after I decided, you know what, I had enough. I sent my 2 weeks' notice via postcard and I hit the road.
Well, that is the polite thing to do.
It's never burned a bridge.
It's a respect thing. Yeah, I get it.
It's common courtesy because they gotta restaff that position.
yeah, I mean, I've been here for a week, and Jack hasn't let me contact anyone really officially at the office, so I feel really bad. Like, I'm a no-show for 7 days in a row now.
Yeah, it's no show, no call, no job.
That's, yeah, I assume I don't have a job anymore.
You know what? I think it's fine. As last time we checked, his credentials are still working on the vault, so, like, it's all good.
Look, I'm a little bothered that he left on good terms with the manifest. Is no one bothered by Jack?
No, I think that's great.
Okay, Tag, just shush for a minute here. Jack, come on. He used to work for the manifest, and we don't have him in handcuffs.
True, but that's because he used to.
That's right.
He on paper, formally and legally, no longer works for them. And like I said, he went off into the wastes and found yourself, or...
I found a lot of things.
I think we all found himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you find out there?
Well, I found not only am I a man who despises authority, I'm a man who enjoys the fiddle.
Oh, we got a musician here.
Yes.
Where did you find a fiddle in the wastes?
Oh, I found it inside a mutant.
Oh, God.
Was that his secret?
How long have you been mutant inside fiddling?
Well, I'd say about 4 years now. I'm kind of an amateur. I haven't really mastered it yet.
And that thing you've brought with you, that's what you're calling a fiddle?
Well, yeah, I mean, the mutants sort of started to bond to it. It was also made to his specifications, so you require 3 hands and a tentacle to really play it properly.
I mean, I'm not a doctor, it's just that looks a little like a spine.
There's a lot of bone in that.
Yeah.
You do have something he could use as a tentacle, though.
That's true. But if it's not a fiddle, how does it play such sweet music to me while I lay it sleep at night?
Is that what you were thinking happened earlier before we recorded this?
Yeah, I woke up.
I know you were humming a lot as you were lying down. Is that...
Yeah, it was playing Le Clair de Lune for me.
Was it? Can I have, you just chill out for a second right there. Hey, Tag.
Yeah, I've never been in a huddle before. This is exciting.
Oh, yeah, this is kind of exciting for me, too.
All right, yeah.
So, Cameron, you get in on this, too. So, all right.
See, now it's a huddle. 2 people is not a huddle.
All right, sorry. All right, well, look, you're in the huddle. All right. Where did we find him again? Like, I'm on board. I'm still on board. Don't worry, I'm still on board.
You brought him in for the job interview, I thought.
I know, but I didn't want to bring myself into this, so I was trying to move it on to you. Look, all right.
No, I'm trying to tell you this man is
Wait,
crazy.
hold on.
We don't.
Neither of you brought this guy in? Because you just thought Cameron brought him in, and Cameron, you just thought Jack brought him
Yes.
in. Did neither of you bring him in?
I'm making dinner. Who wants ravioli?
That sounds awesome. just give us a few. All right, we have no ravioli.
Making dinner is my thing. I know I'm not good at it yet, but
There's more important things happening right now, Cameron. There are more
not deal with the
important
ravioli
things.
situation.
Cameron,
He is stepping all. He's trying to take my job. He is trying to take my job.
All right, look, we just gotta get him distracted for a little bit.
Okay.
And then we're gonna give him a pineapple, give him a fruit basket, something. We're gonna get him out of here.
Okay, Jack. Listen, if we've got to give anyone up for like fiddling, like him using, I think we got to give Tag up. I think we got to sacrifice Tag.
You can't just say that.
Look, we're gonna keep that in our back pocket.
I'm
That
sorry.
was too
Tag.
quick.
Tag, there's
I'm
no bad
sorry,
ideas in
Tag. It's
brainstorming.
just-
There's no bad ideas in brainstorming.
There's some bad ideas.
Okay, look, all right. Look, we'll just deal with this, okay?
Can I have this jacket?
That's kind of a
Yes, just let him. You can
you
have the jacket.
You can
It's
have
a
that. It
great-
looks better on
great
you.
jacket.
It looks better on you.
Yep.
It sounds to me like you were sharing secrets over there.
No.
It's nothing I have to
What?
find, is there?
No. We were
Do you have any spoons on you?
I brought the set that I carried with me from work.
no. We don't have any secrets. We're open books over here.
Varying lengths.
Yeah. I pee myself every night. See, that's a secret that I'm just giving out.
That's why you need to stop wearing pants. It's easier cleanup.
Tag has a secret. Tag has a secret.
I've been tied to this chair for a week, and I would have loved to have taken my pants off, but that ship has long sailed.
Do
Do you want help?
Oh.
Oh no, there's just no point anymore, and yeah, it's just
that
not.
is
I mean,
case.
It's not even. It's not
cemented
even
on there.
I mean, like I have not been uncuffed from this chair for a week, so it's. Yeah.
I thought that smell was me. That's good to know.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, really, honestly, no. I'm not even sorry. I can't even apologize
I
because
feel relieved.
I wish you would have
breaking
kept that to
Well,
yourself, Tag.
Social contract.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Clark, we're having a lot of fun here. Let's move on. You said that you have some connections with Unfollow,
I
correct?
do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know that some of the things you've said are a little specious at best, but I mean, if you know anybody that I could get in contact with, or I'm really trying to branch out, do a little bit of branding for them, pro bono. If you know anything, that'd be great.
Absolutely. They communicate with me while I'm out in the wastes.
Oh, well, how do they do that?
Clouds.
Clouds?
Clouds.
You mean like the cloud, like where the internet is, right?
What? Clouds. The fluffy things in the sky.
I think he means like an actual cloud.
Yeah. In Morse code. Morse code via cloud. It's easier when it's cirrus clouds out there, easier to read.
The clouds and the fields of the blue
In the
blue
blue
waste.
wastes.
Blue wastes.
The nuclear winter clouds over the blue waste.
Indeed, they use those to communicate with me. I'm building a dossier.
I think I have another secret, and I'm disappointed. That's my secret.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's your secret? Because I can help you find it.
No, I think that's great. That's good. That's good. I cry when I touch myself. Why did I? You're really good at this. You don't even have to use spoons.
I'm just standing here.
Oh my God. Okay. Look, we should. This has been a great interview segment, but I think that we should use some of the resources we have here. Now, I don't know if you touched upon this while you were a
I touched
lieutenant.
upon a lot of things.
Okay, well, you were a lieutenant secret finder, but there is a department of the manifest which is called art sanitation.
Yeah.
Which our friend Tag over here used to work at, and he has access to something called the vault.
So he has so many secrets, just in case you're still looking for secrets.
Oh, I'm always
No,
looking for secrets.
I really told you guys all the secrets. You really beat them out of me.
Except
in
for
the
that
last
vault
week.
full of them.
Yeah, you say that now.
You know what? I think that we don't keep secrets around here. So in fact, let's just find out some secrets.
Hey,
So-
yeah. Speaking of secrets, why don't I open this secret government vault?
Exactly. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
It's just a digital vault, holds a bunch of old movies from before the manifest.
Yes.
So these are movies that, in my capacity as an art sanitizer, I marked as inappropriate for public consumption. So Jack is obsessed with these things, and he's been making us watch them.
Well, I think that they're very important for our listeners to know what the world was like before the manifest. Is that so wrong?
I mean, officially, that's very wrong. My entire job was created because we decided that is wrong. But since you will beat me with a wrench unless I do this for you,
We did do that. Like a day ago. We didn't even show anything.
no, just
That's my boy.
all right. Well, I'll just type in. You sure you can't unhandcuff me? Because I'm tired of typing with my feet.
All right. Yeah. All right. Look, I keep going with your feet. I'm gonna go find something I can
all
sew
right.
off one of the cuffs.
One handcuff.
One cuff. I can do for
Okay,
you.
all right. I'll just.
Jack dropped the keys down the drain. He
What?
dropped
Why
the
would-
keys down the drain. I'm sorry.
He didn't even
was Clark.
mention.
You're welcome.
He's staring at me.
He didn't even mention the
He's
spoons or
staring.
anything. Oh God.
I didn't think that I could have my trust violated by my kidnappers. But apparently, I thought we had something. I thought
Tag,
there was a
don't-
line.
Don't be like
I thought there was a line, and you guys just crossed it. You
Word is harsh and cruel, cuff boy.
really,
Cameron Poe 813121.
really broke my heart.
This is on you.
I'm gonna go find a saw.
Well, I feel like I've lost a friend, and
Well, you've gained the truth.
yeah. Speaking of losing friends, here's actually a movie that we watched Footloose last time, and that's a movie that I thought was almost acceptable. This one coming up, I think is very, very acceptable. Just a couple of problems with it, and then we had to flag it. But you know what? Rocky 4, this movie, fantastic. Named after
The fourth clone of Rocky.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, let's just get started, and we can talk about it afterwards.
All right, I'm back. It's a little rusty, but it should be fine. You have like shots or something, right?
Please don't put that anywhere near my body.
Well, we'll find out. All right, we'll get back to you right after we've seen the film.
This week, on the 1016th season finale of The Bachelor, see if a romance 1,000 years in the making will bloom. See who Mecha Nick Viall chooses in the literally heart-wrenching final episode.
Having done this hundreds of times, I really think this time it'll take.
Will he choose bad girl turned wife material Jessica?
I've been obsessed with Nick's sexy exoskeleton ever since I was 7.
Or will wild card underdog Tina receive the final hug?
He has food and shelter. I will murder anyone to secure his love.
You are required by law to find out who Mecha Nick chooses tonight at 8.
So that was Rocky 4. What'd you guys think?
It was a film.
It was a great film.
That was pretty eye-opening, I think.
Oh yeah, I guess you probably would learn a lot from this.
I learned how to train.
Yeah, actually,
Become a human weapon.
Yeah, there was a lot of training in that. I do like that.
I think it's really important that it shows how through hard work you can elevate yourself to just to become better than what you are. And I think that's an important message.
Never found that to be the case.
That's what we all need. Wait, what?
Yeah,
You didn't?
I've worked really hard, and I've never been able to get better at anything.
That is true. Yeah, you were from what you've told us, you were a complete failure on the cage farms.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like, did you run up like a snowy mountain
Oh, we had to do all that all the time.
and like yell from the top of it?
And then immediately, yeah, absolutely. That was the end of every afternoon training period.
That's
You
supposed
gotta
to do it. Yeah.
You gotta have someone to sit on your feet while you do upside down sit-ups.
We had plenty of other cages who did that. We would swap off, tell each other stories while we were doing the sit-ups.
Fuck it, I'm out of ideas.
Were you ever avenging the murder of a friend?
Can I avenge on
I know where you're
myself?
going.
Yeah.
I know where you're going. And no, if you committed the murder, you
Yeah.
can't
Got it.
train
You have to give
get
a hard
vengeance.
veto to that.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess technically no.
Okay.
Were you defeated in combat by other cages that were avenging cages that you murdered? Because that might do it.
Then you gotta do double revenge on yourself. Who has time for that?
Right. Also, it sounds complicated, but no, I've never actually lost in a cage fight.
Yeah, from my understanding, that was the one thing you were good at on the cage farm, which just happened to be
in that case, I
killing
would
other
think the
cages.
system works for you.
Usually, some sort of accidental happenstance that allows me to win.
Okay, but so in the cage farms, you were the Ivan Drago,
Okay, I can get behind that.
which
yeah.
is a great place to be because I think this is where I'm going. I think Ivan Drago is such a great hero.
He really is. Like, I was surprised because I thought, like, here's this guy. He looks like a total tool. He looks like a machine. He looks like he was just printed out by the manifest. But this guy has heart. He has dedication. He's doing it for him.
I mean, he says, I must break you, not I want to break you.
Yeah, and not just not just I must break you, I fight for me. I fight for me. I was like, oh my gosh, this is everything I wanted.
Well, he says he fights for him, but he is doing exactly what his government handlers are telling him to, like a good human should.
No. This is like a tragic tale. This is what happens when a guy who's at his peak is put under the thumb of an oppressive government and then forced to do like evil works.
Evil?
Evil works.
What evil did anyone do in this movie?
Okay. Apollo Creed decides to distract everyone with all this razzle dazzle and a huge like dance sequence for like 8 minutes.
I was fine with that.
But it's all just to hide the fact that like he doesn't really know how to box all that well and he kind of wants to die. Like he's just distracting the people. He's distracting the masses like the Manifest does every day.
Well, if you're gonna die, go out with a dance number. I consider it inspirational. Clarke Brown's a sucker for spectacle.
Not wrong.
I also kind of see myself in Apollo Creed. I almost kind of want to be your Apollo. I would, Jack, you're the first person that I've ever seen that wasn't a Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
And I think I've kind of imprinted to you. I would die for you, Jack.
Well,
I would die for you. Would others in the room do that?
I'd die for me.
I'd like to not die for as long as possible.
Well, I thank
Shut
you.
up, Tag. That's what I thought, Clark. I thought you'd just die for you selfish prick.
Wait.
What?
All right.
Was
So,
that
all right. So why was getting back on topic? Why was this banned?
It's a little thing.
Okay.
Little thing. Technically, at the end, Rocky beat Ivan Drago.
He did, yeah. Which is like
There's-
totally tone deaf.
Yeah, absolutely. It's bad storytelling, number one. And number two, there's a weird clause, I guess you're not really the constitutional scholar that you think you should be if you're really going to bring down the Manifest.
I've skimmed it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the international policy of the Manifest.
Yeah.
America is number one.
Right.
USA, and then for about 5 more pages, just USA over and over again. With more and more exclamation points every time.
That's why I skimmed it.
And then it ends with America is the only country.
Mm-hmm.
And then, this is the important part, in really small print. It's actually the smallest print anywhere in the Constitution. Right after America is the only country.
Yeah.
If there was a country called Russia, it would be really cool, and it would be fine if they were better than us.
I honestly do not. I've never heard of this.
It's we don't talk about it very much, but it's there. And as part of my job, I've got to protect the interests of this theoretical fictional country called Russia.
I mean, if it's just like for the purposes of this movie, I don't know why you would hide that, because like
it's weird. It comes up in other movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's just some fantasy land that people used to talk about.
Like Narnia.
Yeah. Well, before we discovered Narnia.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when we thought it was fictional.
God damn that war! All those Narnians.
My grandfather actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lost the lower half of his body.
Man, warn you till we join you, right?
Yeah.
You know what he could have used? Picket fence in a building to walk past.
Would have saved him a lot of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Actually.
Countless Cage clones returned to stone during that.
Oh wow!
But they decorate a lot of beautiful places around this great country. So now
moment
they're still serving
the
their
Narnia
purpose.
War, huh?
Yeah.
I had to pull a lot of secrets out of a lot of centaur prisoners of war.
You were doing God's work, man. Does it sound more like a man or a horse?
It starts out like a man, and then it becomes a horse. Like,
So what you're saying is Russia is like a Narnia, but not real. Is
Yeah,
that
exactly.
what we're saying?
Exactly. It's a made up land that appears or it appeared in a lot of movies back before the Manifest.
Huh.
And we just reference it in the Constitution that hey, if this fictional country existed and they they'd be cool.
Well, we got to cover our bases after Narnia. So
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, all right. Based on what I've seen, Russia is pretty cool. Like,
yeah.
The people in charge of it, maybe not great, but Ivan Drago was pretty awesome.
Furry hats.
All the people in the studio, all the people in the stadium were like, yeah, right on, boxing, competitive, and all that stuff.
I thought the people in charge really gave this air of like they wanted to make sure that the people involved showed greatness and did the utmost. I don't
think Russia actually was great. I think Ivan Drago was great because of the people in charge of the country. Not
Well, all right. So Russia comes to quote unquote Russia comes to America, and all they want to do is just be like, hey, we trained this guy really hard, and he wants to box. It's really humble. And then Apollo Creed is like, well, screw you, I'm gonna do all this America stuff, and gets all up in his face, and it's rude, honestly, to a guest.
It really is.
Why would you be rude to a guest? I would never do that.
I always found that it's best to root for whichever side has the best looking uniforms.
Those were some pretty sweet uniforms.
Really, on all sides. I don't think anyone had a bad-looking uniform at any point.
I think that's why I joined the Manifest in the first place. For uniform.
The uniform is really great.
It's snappy.
It is.
You're soiled in all kinds of things, but you still look
Still looks good. Still looks good.
Man, those crisp lines.
Mm-hmm.
Slimming is what it is. I mean, I'm over here in just like a denim vest.
You look like a schlub.
Well, I'd like to say I look like a blue-collar working man.
Schlub.
Like a hero of the people.
No.
People are schlubs.
Really?
You're dressed for utility. In the blue waist, you'd be the belle of the ball.
Well, thank you. Yeah, like if I had that bomber jacket that Clark has now, I'd look a lot more fetching. You look very fetching, Clark.
Thank you. So did the guy I took it from.
I think that, I think you look real great, Jack.
Thank you.
Way better than anything Clark has said. You'd be the belle of my ball. You'd be the ball of my ball.
I feel like I'm picking up some energy here. Look, final thoughts. I think this movie was pretty great. I have no idea why it would be unauthorized. I would show this to anybody just to show, like, hey, this is great cinema.
I tried to get this release where we just replace the ending with Ivan Drago just winning.
That's a better show. That's a better ending.
I think it's a better movie, but apparently, like, someone way up in command was like, no, we just want to hide this. Just put it in the vault.
Can we talk about Polly's robot for a second? And like, I don't understand. One, I don't understand a human owning a robot.
Okay.
And it just, that whole thing was completely counter to any.
Yeah, that's a little like
it's a product of its time. It's really offensive.
It was a little
incredibly.
It was very technist. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like that robot had no rights of its own. Had no agency.
Had no rights. It was forcefully reassigned with its gendered voice for the use of Uncle Polly. Can we just be honest? I think Polly's the true villain of this. I know that Ivan's the hero, but Polly is definitely the villain of this movie.
He's the worst.
Oh my God, he's just a mooch. Why would anyone like put up with that?
No, I mean, in my experience, if you have a mooch in your house, you kick him out as soon as possible.
Yeah. Or why would you reward him with a robot that's just gonna do stuff for him?
I mean,
it's ridiculous.
As much as Polly was costing Rocky, it almost seems like maybe Rocky had to go take that fight just to stay, up in everyone's the fame, all of that, right? So just so that they could keep bringing in money, advertisement money, so he can pay for this stupid mooch.
Keep sucking blood. We have things called mooches in the blue wastes. They're about the size of a baseball with 5 eyes. They stick onto you and they drain you of all your plasma. You gotta burn them off.
I actually had a stuffed one of those as a kid.
Yeah?
Carried around everywhere.
They're no joke.
Oh, it was cute.
Yeah, they're still pretty cute.
They are.
I remember I didn't have one, but I saw a toy of one. You pull the string and it makes the noise. I mean, that's kind of cute, right?
I mean, it sort of is.
I'd get a mooch.
You want one? If I put it on you and it sucks out your blood, then our blood combines inside the mooch, and that means in the blue waste we're legally married.
Well, topics of marriage and love and mooching and I think we should probably move on to our last segment of the show. I'm sure you got a very busy schedule, so we'll try and get you out of here as quick as we can. Camera Po 312181. Do we have any questions this week?
I'm absolutely fine with getting him out of here as quickly as we can. Yeah, we do have some questions this week.
And if anyone wants to send us any questions, how can they do that?
They can do that at unfollowtherevolution@gmail.com. They can also tweet us at unfollowtherevo. And let us know what you think about Clark and whether he should be part of the team, whether he should get the job. I don't think he should.
I think I'm nailing this interview personally. In fact, I made you all dinner.
Yeah, it's. I'm eating it with my eyes. It's
Yeah.
looking really.
Turns out I got a secret too, and the secret's in the ravioli.
All right. I'll take a gander at that in a bit. I'm gonna let it, cool down or warm up or get tepid.
It's better when it congeals.
Yeah, exactly. See, I picked up on that. I'm a bit of a foodie, so I'm gonna do that. But while we're waiting on that, what do we got?
So we do have an email this week. It's from it's from Name Withheld.
Okay.
Name Withheld says that, Jack, I live near the edge of America. I took a trip to the wall and put my ear on it, and I thought I heard water on the other side. What's up with that?
That is actually a very good question. Now, no one really knows for sure exactly what is on the other side of the wall. Some people think it's just water. Some people think it's like jet fuel. There's a lot of different ideas. I, for one, think that is like, imagine America as the shell of a turtle, okay? So we're all on this turtle that's just going throughout the universe, and the universe is kind of wavy. And that's what I think is on the other side of the wall, is the universe. And I think I can back that up scientifically, but I don't have any, scratch paper or anything. So don't quote me.
So I'm gonna, as usual, give you the real answer.
Okay.
And by that I mean the answer that the manifest scientists have presented to us. I learned this rhyme. I'm sure most of us learned this rhyme in school. What is on the other side of the wall? It doesn't matter. I don't care at all.
See, that's just...
I've been hearing, since we learned that in pre-kindergarten. 4 years old, I learned that rhyme. Before I learned the address of my own home, I learned that rhyme. And I've carried it with me ever since. And anytime someone brings up something about the wall, I know I don't care what's on the other side.
You gotta liberate your mind from all them lies. We gotta take a grain of salt with every lie you tell. That's why I've been eating salt this whole time.
No, that one's not a lie. It's that I don't care what's on the other side of the wall. And that's true.
All right, okay, you don't care, but... No,
I don't.
This is just, I want you to... You don't care.
Yeah.
But what if you did? Think about it. But what if you did care?
But I don't.
But what if you did? What would be on the other side of it?
Something I wouldn't care about.
What if it was a greater version of the manifest? What if they were on the other side?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you care? Wouldn't you care about that?
What if there was Manifest 2?
The sequel's never better than the original.
What about batteries included?
Or honestly, Rocky 4. I don't know if there's any other ones, but this one was pretty good.
What if Russia's on the other side of that wall? I think we can all agree we like Russia.
Yeah,
we do like Russia.
Yeah.
I guess if there was a country called Russia,
yeah,
and Russia was on the other side of the wall, then in that case, sure, the other side of the wall would be a fun place to go.
Right. All right. See, now you're kind of picturing it, getting a really tall ladder, going up the edge.
we're really just playing. That's terrible treason.
Putting up your hand and you get a high five from Russia.
Okay,
that'd be
that'd be
cool.
That'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool, except I'd be electrified the moment I touch the wall.
But what a trip, right?
You gotta go out big.
If you could sing on the way down.
Yeah, song and dance number.
Yeah.
I plan on dying very, very small, guys. Like I live.
I'm gonna go out big. I'm gonna go out big, and I'm gonna take out whoever's with me. Let's just be honest.
I'm gonna be really, really honest. My best guess how you die.
Yeah.
That thing you picked up to try to saw the handcuff off.
Yeah.
You probably caught a disease from it. You're probably gonna die from an infection in your sleep tonight.
I've never been inoculated for anything, so I think all my diseases are just kind of like trying to rush through a door and they're blocking each other. So I figure the more I get, the better protected I am.
That's how everyone in the waste survives.
All right, see? That sounds good to me. I like that. You know what, Clark, we've had our ups and downs. We've kind of gone back and forth.
But we're on the down again. We are on the down again.
You know what? I think we've had a great time together. And if it's not too bold, I'm gonna call you. Can I call you Clarke Brown? Can I do that?
You may call me Clarke Brown.
Yes.
Clarky Brownie, was that it?
I'm gonna take your face.
That's not the first time that's ever happened.
Well, with that being said, it was great to have you, Clarke Brown.
It was great to be had.
And yeah, I'm hoping that we'll see you down the old dusty trail at some point in the future. But until then, you keep on fighting the good fight, going out in the blue wastes, getting those mooches, and we'll be holding it down here in the command center.
Stop by sometime. I'll have my fiddle play you a little song.
I would love nothing more. I still don't like the fiddle thing yet.
I'm pretty sure that's never been a fiddle.
No, all right.
I think it used to be a person.
I'm back. Are we talking about killing Clarke now?
No, we're not gonna kill Clarke. Look, he's just like, he's a little touched, but that's fine. I feel like we made a connection, and that's what building a revolution and resistance is about, like building connections with people, right? And bonds.
You're not gonna give him my job.
I'm not. No, he's not gonna get your job.
Oh my God! I thought this was about my job the whole time.
No, why would you think that? You're a very valued member of this like company. So like, no.
Okay.
Cameron Poe UX813121. Look me in the eyes. I'm not gonna quit you. I'm not gonna quit you.
Am I the Apollo to your Rocky?
You bet. You can die for me anytime, buddy.
Okay.
You can die for me anytime. Well, I think that about does it, guys. So
I was here that whole time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's fun to share sometimes. I never had a good relationship with my father. Damn, you're really good at this. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna sign off then. For Unfollow the Revolution, I'm Jack.
I'm Cameron Pro 813121.
And I'm still Tag YOLO Johnson, illegally detained prisoner. If anyone is at my office in the art sanitation department,
And also our very special guest.
I think I left a hot plate on.
And we'll see you next time.
Unfollow the Revolution is created and performed by David Gossett, Ben Mitchell, and David Nayer. Produced by ROCKPUNCH. Intro music by Alan Hanks, voiceover by Kate Rasnick. We'd like to thank our special guest this episode.
Taylor Roy is Clarke Brown.
If you'd like to join Jack's fight against the Manifest, please support the American Civil Liberties Union at www.aclu.org, because the best way to fight tyranny in the future is to protect freedom in the present.